Okay, so this starts day 4. Yeah. Let's get to it. Don't be afraid to say weird things. Well, we already kind of went on a little walk with that one girl. Good morning, Kim. How was it?
Yes?
Kim, we needed to talk about responsibility.
I'm glad to hear it, Detective. I was wondering when we'd get to this very subject.
What do you mean?
If you ask me, it's high time for you to put the bottle away. Sober up. Get back to basics. That would be my advice.
No, I meant like la responsibility. You know, the kind that gets assigned.
Why are you pronouncing it like that gentleman from the Institute of Price Stability? You know what? Forget it. What specifically are you trying to assign responsibility for?
For this whole situation.
Now I understand. Next, I suppose you're going to tell me you need to form a committee to assign this responsibility?
How did you know?
Simple. Because moral intern types love to form committees. In any event, I am just a humble law official. I may work under the moral intern's umbrella, but I'm certainly not qualified to serve on any committee. You know who might be, though? That Mr. Villeudran, the gentleman you met in the young man's apartment. If I were trying to get in touch with the coalition, I would start by seeking him out. But first you might need to speak with his young companion. Now, was there anything else?
I don't know. Nothing. Let's go ahead and hey, she's got to say something about last night. Come on. Alright.
I see you haven't left our little Martinez yet. Still running around. Like some kind of cross-country law
I
official.
still have a case to solve.
Aye. I guess you do. What's on your mind, officer?
Looking for someone else, actually.
Oh? Well, how can I assist you then, officer?
Be seeing you. Okay, right there. Do-do-do-do. Smiggins. Locust. We save some real just by staying in a free place. How hospitable. Whoa, what the?
That's one brutal motor carriage.
If I were a real skull now, I'd jack it, paint it in palm tree livery, then bottom light it, neon style.
A snazzy shit-ripped skullmobile like this would make a fine trophy. We could, like, hang fucking shrunken heads from the side mirrors. Cops' heads. Scary tribal shit.
Yeah, tribal shit. A cop carriage like this would have proper skull value.
While I appreciate the interest you take in my brutal motor carriage, I have to stop you right there. The RCM takes threats directed at its property seriously.
It's just theoretical work, Copper. No basis in reality. Man, if we were certified skulls right now...
Who are you?
I can tell you who we're not, cop. We're not snitches or skulls.
Which is not to say that the skulls are bitches and... On the contrary.
The part of this presentation you want to take home with you, cop man, is we're not part of the skulls. Yet.
Who are the skulls?
Murder?
Oh, do you know anything about the murder that had took place here? The man was hanged in the backyard of the whirling in rags.
Yeah, sure. We'll gladly tell you everything we know about it. It was a man.
Also, he was hanged.
Anything else?
He was hanged from a tree.
Yeah, I mean, duh.
These punks don't know anything. Let's just move along.
Hey, stop right there. How does one know anything?
What does that mean?
Fucking philosophy, man. You can do aggressive shit with philosophy. Justify shit.
Like murder or wasting your life away.
Who are the skulls?
You don't know? What kind of cop are you?
I'm so glad you asked.
The question was rhetorical. The Skulls are the most vicious gang of the Besmertnay.
The nastiest bunch of psychos ever. Jacking carriages and getting into high-speed chases.
Possessing an infinite amount of fuck-all swagger, infamous for their non-verbal modus operandi.
Non-verbal.
If a skull spots you, he will pull out his dagger and stab you without saying a word.
Okay.
The lieutenant's voice is as calm as usual, a testament to the violence and death he's witnessed through the sight of his firearm.
They usually occupy the burnt-out quarter in Jamrock, or you can find them loitering around the brightly painted bottom-lighted vehicles.
I can't wait to become a skull. Bottom lights are wretched aggressive.
No, they really aren't. It's porno tuning. Say no to the porno.
Do you know Cindy the Skull?
Oh yeah, Cindy's a right proper skull.
Yeah, a true artist of the future. Just like Arno van Eyck.
By the way, if you see Cindy, give her our regards.
Odd, there isn't a hint of hate in them. It's like they're piss and fuck the world out of some kind of moral obligation. The lieutenant on your left is unusually lenient toward them.
Who's Van Eyck?
Old man, it doesn't matter. You'll be long gone before his greatness is recognized.
A young woman kneels on a sheet of ice, as if looking for something lost ages ago. She bends until her right ear touches the
Yeah, I guess
frozen
you're
water.
right. I'm
She
pretty
listens
old.
to a crack. See,
Yep, old as fuck.
Yeah, man. It's like at death's door.
Ish.
No wonder you know nothing about the future. You won't be there.
Why aren't there more skulls in the Martinet?
The Union does their share of policing in Martinez, at least where gangs are concerned. That's why there isn't much organized crime around here.
apart from the unions themselves, of course.
Don't you worry about that. We're gonna make up for the deficit.
Yeah, we are.
Your talk is confusing. Are you in the heart of the skulls or not?
We're not franchise skulls. Well, not yet. Once we get our name out there, we'll have a chance to join them.
And what makes you think that organization would accept you?
Because we can be just as psycho and vicious. You'll see.
Ah, you'll see for sure once we're in. It's the last thing you'll ever see before the void consumes you.
You don't feel very scared.
You're implying I might be in some sort of danger. Threat. Oh, good, I like those.
But I don't. In fact, I dislike them so much I'm willing to drag you boys back to the station just to calm myself down.
Hey, there's no need for that. We're just talking here. Joking too. Stay light, man.
Yeah. Didn't you cops, like, have some questions about...
The Union...
Apart from the
Don't you worry.
Yeah, we are.
The Union...
apart from
Don't you worry.
Yeah, we are.
Enough of the skullery then. What's with the jackets?
What about them?
Why does your jacket say piss?
Well, first off, it's a statement and not necessarily something that characterizes me as a person, even though the statement has character. And I do like piss. The word piss epitomizes the struggle taking place in the world. Things being defined as they seem, not as they are. And, I guess, it's also about communal spirit, the future, and truly appreciating our differences. Also, you've got to admit, it catches the eye. And since the Grand Piper is slowly but steadily moving towards basing the economy on it, attention, it is imperative that the medium itself convey the message.
You what?
What I mean by this is, we are all piss, and that the world is inherently meaningless.
Alright, why did you have the fuck the world written on your jacket?
Like I said before, many men keep searching for the one, for so-called true love, which is actually just obsession masquerading as kinship. The thrill of the chase, the hollowness that fills your chest cavity after catching it.
Wow, deep stuff.
To catch a fish, you'll need to hurl the lure many times, and even then it isn't certain that you'll get anything. If you blow up the lake, though...
Interesting. Blow it up.
You get more fish in a shorter time. And, for time is of the essence and fleeting ever so quickly, one must think of a way to fuck the whole world and not get caught up in fucking someone. Because when one fucks everything, he fucks nothing. And that, to me, feels glorious. Sticking your dick into the void.
Is it a coincidence that here we have 2 badass jackets and 2 badass cops?
Yeah. Hey, Kim.
Yes?
Do you think it's coincidence?
What is?
There's 2 of us in 2 of these jackets.
What are you implying?
Which one would you wear?
I'm not sure I understand
Are
you.
you more of a piss or a fuck the world kind of guy?
Neither.
Come on, game. It's just a mental exercise.
Fine, if only to end this discussion. Theoretically, if I were a juvenile delinquent, if I were to already be down that path, I think peace is the stronger of the 2 statements.
That works. I feel more like a fuck the world kind of guy. I think. I'm so confused. Eh. I guess it's not. Huh. Interesting.
Seems about right, especially considering your heroic exit attempts.
So are we done here? Or... you don't need us around for your secret whisper party, do you?
Ask the jackets for yourself, Benedict Lieutenant. Half-life is 5. Oh, yeah, 16.
No. Don't ask anything. Be subtle and scary. The boys dream about being skulls. Use that.
Wait, what? How?
Suggest they're massive skulls. Come on.
Boys, with those jackets, you're gonna be the Skull Kings in no time.
What? No! Skulls don't have kings. I think. And we're not even in yet.
Yeah, man, keep your voice down. Skulls don't take it lightly when folks pretend to be them. We're not even
Not
prospects
even
yet.
prospects and already aspiring to be kings?
Wow, you boys are ambitious. Only prospects and already planning a coup in the skulls. You're destined to go far.
He gets it. Passive-aggressive flattery.
Shut the fuck up. Are you trying to get us killed?
Now bring it to the jackets and, yes, start shouting.
Yes, we want to be a cool killer skulls too, like you guys, but we don't have skull jackets.
Please be quiet. What? What do you want? The jackets?
You got it. No need for cruelty.
Okay, no need of cruelty. You off. Alright. You offer us your jacket like that? It'd be impolite to refuse.
Oh, man. Okay, I get it. Skulls don't really wear slogans anyway.
Fuck.
The lieutenant watches the boys take their jackets off with mild amusement.
Since you said you're more of a piss kind of guy, I'll take the other one.
I'm absolutely okay with not having either
Ah,
one.
they're a
thank you.
pair. We can really raise hell. Go undercover, hard.
This case doesn't require us to go undercover or raise hell. In fact, I don't think the jackets will be useful at all. I just wanted them to not have them anymore.
Cold-hearted cop.
Whatever, I'll take the both of them then.
Do. I'm fine with that.
The jackets are meant to complete each other. If a man was standing alone on a street corner with his written on his back, it'd just be an individual that has taken a liking to you, Ryan. And fuck the world all on its own is, frankly, generic.
I don't know, Eric. It's cold out.
Yeah, let's get out of here. The cops fucked us.
Yeah, we did. Alright. But, yeah.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out.
This is Precinct
Connect me to
57.
Jam
How
Rock
may I
Public
assist?
Radio.
I'm afraid
What?
they're closed. It says here that the library is open.
We should try again.
Anything else, Detective? 57.
In the cabin,
done.
you see
We can talk to, the cryptozoologist, perhaps. Or no, we were on the way to question the hardy girl, I guess. There you are.
Oh, hello,
That's
sweetie.
all from ma'am.
Hello,
Got a
officer.
chat with the kid Kuno. He
Think I
promised to stop
almost
stealing
have it.
Lucas.
A new trap design, that is. I know you're skeptical, but I have a good feeling
I
about
had a chat with
this.
this kid Kuno. He promised to stop stealing Lucas.
So he was just a child.
Thank you for telling us, sweetie. This is good news, right? It means we can try again.
something is secretly gnawing at her confidence. It's not this Kuno kid or the missing locust. It's something else.
Yeah, you're right. We just need to restock the empty trap. Then we'll need to inspect the traps one more time. And then maybe we can.
He has a 38-degree fever. His resilience has given way.
Darling, I told you to take it easy. You're getting sick. Maybe it's time to go home.
You're right, you're right. We can come back next season when it's warmer.
More cardio. Let's do this.
Man, I'm really feeling this is costing me time on my main investigation. It's not worth risking your health. Whew, I'd offer to help, but I still have my own things to do. Maybe I can... We've come too far to quit. I'm gonna restock the trap. Let's do this.
We are getting really carried away with this, aren't we? Fine, it's better than having these people get pneumonia on the coast. But after this,
Really? It's too much, officer.
You're gonna find the Phasmid.
What Morel means is we're grateful for your help.
Here's a fresh batch of locusts. They should slide right down the funnel. And thank you again. We will definitely mention you, should this lead to a discovery. I'm not talking co-discovery, of course, but...
Wow, co-discovery. You'd be famous. You'd show them all. This does tingle the pleasure center. This would show them all. We need to get you on that list of discoverers. No question about that.
I'll get going. Alright, We'll do it. We're not gonna question that lady yet. We're gonna just restock the trap for the Phasmid. Real quick, like. Okay, which one was it? I forget. It's I don't know, I feel like it was near here or something. Was it this?
The trap stands empty amongst the reeds. No insect sounds or movement around. Only the reeds' melancholy
This was the
rustling.
one.
fantastic.
Release the locust into the empty trap.
The locusts, dazed from being transported, slowly begin to acclimate to their new surround. They're not really going to get the chance to get comfortable here.
Good, now that's done. When they... Don't answer that. It was a rhetorical question.
He doesn't want to. But if there is one more cryptozoological runaround, he must force the investigation back on track. This better be it. All the traps are stopped now. And still,
Okay, we'll let Morel know. Hey, where's Morel?
Hello, dear.
Restock the empty trap.
Good
Where's
to see a
Morel?
familiar face. Thank you for doing that, dear.
Her smile is weary. Earlier, the bullions has left her.
Morel still isn't feeling well. I convinced him to stay at Gary's to get some rest. I'm afraid the cold has really
Probably
gotten
out
to
for the
him.
best. It's awfully cold out there. I'm in the reeds.
I'm sorry, dear. You've had to drudge through them so many times. Such is field work.
So who's going to check the
Young
traps?
person's game, as they say. Morel will eventually, or we'll talk Gary into going back out, perhaps.
The lieutenant stares at his shoe, caked in mud. He doesn't say anything.
Once more onto the breach then.
That really is too much, sweetie. Thank you for your dedication, but I can see you're coming down with a cough yourself.
Fuck that cough. It's not happening. The insides of your lungs are lined with tobacco, a powerful antibacterial agent. You are unstoppable. Very strange. Why is she not letting you do this? It's like she's
You know what's
given-
wrong? You seem different.
Different?
You're giving
How?
up. You're not telling me the whole story.
I'm not. It's not bad.
What is it?
It's a strange feeling. I haven't really told this to anyone, but you are a police officer.
And when a police officer asks, you must answer.
Do you ever wonder if some lovely story from your childhood is just that? A story? Or a dream? Seeing the Insulindian phasmid was just a story I used to tell people. I didn't really think about
But
whether
Morel
it was
told
real
me
or
you seen
not.
it. You also told me.
Morel's so proud of it. He always tells everyone.
A terrible sting in the heart. Regret.
Are you saying you made it up?
No, at least I don't think I did, but Morel was so eager to believe my story was evidence of the phasmids that I'm some queen of the cryptozoologists. That. And for years, his belief made me believe too.
That I am a queen, an extraordinary witness to grace.
But now, we're both getting old, and he's still working himself sick out in those reeds looking for it. But what if I was just wrong? I think I was.
The lieutenant opens his notebook, but doesn't write anything. He's hiding. These things are tough on him. Matters of love, not violence or deceit.
First, tell her that her marriage hasn't been a lie.
An acorn is not the same as the tree. That requires time, diligence, and care.
Wrong or not, your relationship with Morel isn't just about the phasmid.
But it is. We've spent years searching for the phasmid, hunting it together. Without it, what are we? Just another pathetic old couple. If I hadn't led him down this path, he could have a steady job lecturing at a university.
No, Morel hated lecturing. You convinced him to do something real in the world.
But if the dream comes to naught, what good is it? No, the thing is, I was a paraplegic before we met. He didn't know before I arrived, on our first date. If I weren't the queen of the cryptozoologists, if I didn't tell him that story,
She has to swallow to relax her throat. It's keeping her from talking.
He'd still be into you. That's not how these things work.
maybe. But then why do I not dare tell him? I've wasted enough of your time with this drama. I really must stop talking about it lest I start crying and waste more of your time. What you have to know is the Insulindian phasmid probably does not exist. Let us fools chase our ghosts. There are a million better things to do with your life.
Thing is, you're not sure you made it up either.
I'm not sure of anything. Sometimes I still see it, you know. The real memory. Not the memory of the memory, but it's so hard to tell the two apart.
Rising, unfolding from the reeds on a hot summer's day, like a benevolent god.
Either way, I should go. Poor Morel is running a fever, and I need to get him home to Jamrock before we overstay our welcome with Gary.
Are you sure you don't need help to get into Gary's?
Oh no, thank you, but I can get there on my own. This old thing is gas-powered. And then a taxi home.
Do
It's
that.
not
I'll
so
check
bad.
your traps one more time.
Really?
Oh, sweetie. Please don't get stuck on a dream. Take it from me and Morel.
No one can stop you from finding the
I
pheasant.
have your address, just in case of sneeze.
Okay, it's 1113 Tabernacle Road, Jamrock, but
Aside, she doesn't think you'll need it.
It's been a pleasure, ma'am.
likewise, sweetie. Thank you for everything. Truly. Even though it turned out to be a...
A dream. Like that, she drives off. The gas engine putters quietly as she gets to the doors, then pushes them open. Outside, the cold, coastal wind blows.
We should go too.
Okay. Better not crash on me, game. And it did not. Excellent. Do. Oh hey.
Hey, what's that?
Ah, these fools. They're still here.
Yes.
But you liked that, didn't you?
What is it?
Yeah, let me be honest, I was some first-rate karaoke.
Okay. Yes. That was pretty good.
What? No. No. There are universal standards of good out there, and that was just complete shit.
Jean, he's not right. Treat him like you treat McCoy's little brother.
Hey, I'm standing right here.
Yes, and I'm wondering why. Don't you have a case to solve?
Yes? Did you want something from me?
What?
Jean.
You
It
think
didn't go
so?
as well as I thought. Oh well.
It was very nice. Different, but good kind of different.
Okay,
I liked
goodbye.
it.
Again? I can't believe this shit.
The door is closed. There's still a dent in the vinyl where you punched it before.
Run your finger across the dent.
This little depression is all you could inflict on the door. You swallow, like you swallowed the last time. Whatever bitter emotion was swimming to the surface then, and now, subsides, submerges, sinks back into you. White morning. It was morning all along. You should have seen it coming. It was right behind her eyes. The words still echo in the hallway. The door feels cold.
Who is it?
This is the police. Can we come in?
Come on up. The door is open. I'm drying my hair.
Alright, we better save and stuff. Sad all over, huh? Miles of your own.
This window is pristine on the inside, unlike the one next to it. Light from the desk lamp reflects off the glass in an untarnished golden halo, smooth as ice. There are spots of mud and rain on the outside, even smudges. But the surface of the window is clear from the inside. No chips, no hairline fractures. Following your lead, the lieutenant leans in closer to inspect the surface.
Newest window was recently replaced.
Looks like it, yes.
You know which window is not.
Want to snatch my room?
Yes, that one. Cold wind is seeping in right now. Just one floor below you. Messing up your concentration here.
Stop distracting him! He has work to do! Plus, if I recall, the window has been giving him shit ever since he got here!
This window is
Should I go downstairs? Maybe. I'm not sure if she's upstairs or downstairs. I want to explore more of the room, but I guess it doesn't matter too much. Bro, get out of the way. Get to Raggy.
This medicine cabinet is full of wares. Sheets of pills, haphazardly stacked, one on top of the other. There's also a toothbrush somewhere in there. It's been used quite a lot. This toothbrush belongs to someone who doesn't give a damn about her teeth. Pharmaceuticals line the shelves, sheet upon sheet of pill bottle next to pill bottle. Acetylic acid,
It's quite the
APAP,
collection
eye
in here.
drops, blood thinners.
Anything of note?
Search the bottles.
Pill bottles rattle like bones as you search the cabinet. Paracetamol, histoparidol, something in a foreign language you can't read. Behind them, an unusually shaped nasal spray. Its label reads
That's Nacra.
Nacra.
An opioid receptor antagonist. It's used for diamorphine overdoses.
Among some foreign, probably Messinian or Gotvaldian, marked red blister packs you find. What do you find? This is going to take a
more
little
interesting in here?
know-how. A bright orange bottle with Preptide stamped on it, in sunny, happy letters. Jackpot, baby. That's the stuff you're looking for. Your palms begin
So
to
exciting
sweat
about
just
this orange
holding
bottle.
that little plastic container. It's speed, man. Just what you were looking for. They call it dextroamphetamine and talk about psychological disorders. But what we're seeing here is some scientifically
Okay, I
advanced
also see a
trucker
brand called
speed.
Peptide.
Preptide, a euphemism for pharmaceutical amphetamine. Prescription speed.
The fuck are you waiting for? Let's get super fucking preppy.
Tickets, shit, in secret. Fine.
You dropped it, smack dab in the middle of the floor. There it is, orange as a midsummer evening sun, or the lieutenant's bomber jacket. Wow, that's unbelievably orange. Anyone can see that. It's practically
Pick it up and see
effervescent. The lieutenant tries to keep his eyes on the door, but the Preptide bottle sounds like a rattlesnake. It's basically a percussion instrument that you're stuffing into your pocket. Who cares, man? Who cares what the stiff thinks? You got it. Here comes the afterburner. Just put it in your...
Anything of note?
Pill bottles rattle. The lieutenant glances at the...
Man, I regret doing that. Trying to keep secrets from Kitsuragi. Whatever. I should be more empathetic towards Kitsuragi.
The same small, heavy door. No lock in sight.
Push.
It's barred
Where
from
does
the
this lead
inside.
to?
You hear the bar rattle in the brackets.
I don't know, Lieutenant Yefret. It is not the first closed door we found.
Do you
in
think
this
it's a
building.
pawn?
There is also your mysterious blue kitchen door. I don't know. The further we get, the more this building seems to be tied to the case.
Below, the hostel cafeteria creaks and groans under your added weight. A skeleton of composite support beams and cantilevers. A dull thump. Somewhere inside, a wind brace rattles from the imperceptible motion of the building.
The vigilantes, the cadaver, and a number of people connected to the case are in or around this building. This door is part of it. It's
Kick
not
it in.
unimportant.
All right.
Something cracks inside. It is an unbelievably satisfying sound.
Nice.
Oh, we hit some morale.
Filling you with a belief in your own body.
Sounds like the property damage wasn't in vain, at least.
I thought it
Was
was
hard
an
to
amazing
look in?
time over to him.
I don't know about that.
It totally was.
Welcome to the roof.
Below her silvery jumpsuit, an athletic young body, built long and lean, then toned over several years of self-defense training. You can sense it in the sharp pointing of her elbows.
I'm sorry for the mess down there. The cleaning lady hasn't come by in days. I'm beginning to wonder if she ever will.
Nice view you got here.
It's much nicer now. Thank you for that, officers. Truly.
There is something in her light brown eyes, a sadness,
Mention cleaning lady. I think
when
I
she
need one.
thinks about the death of that man.
Oh yes. Legends of room number 1 have made their way around the building. They say a portal to hell has opened in there.
It has.
They also say it's why the cleaning lady quit.
I'm Kim Kitsuragi. I'm a detective from Precinct 57. I believe you have already met my colleague from Precinct 41.
Have I ever? This is the one and only superstar cop. He's kind of a big deal around here.
Yeah, that Kim, I am a huge deal around here. I think Martin is very lucky. Only 1 in 1,000 cops wake up as a superstar cop.
Wow. What brings the Phoenix back to me?
Miss, we are investigating the murder of the man down there. The people who put him there have asked us to talk to you.
Huh. I see.
Be careful. Ask something else first. When you go there, use words like, I hear you have been through something difficult. No need to dilly-dally. She's tough.
Suggestion or physical element? Dang, they're tied. I'll be nice. Thanks, coach. But I'll dilly-dally this time.
You sound like a namby-pamby.
What's your name, miss, for the record? Tell us you've been through something difficult. What's your name, miss, for the record?
Clausier
Where are you from?
Amondou. Vredefort,
What is
Republic of
Iran?
Oranje. A bad
memory of what?
memory, officer. Of lilacs and lightning. Parks, glass. Duraluminium. Vredefort is a conference city. It's always autumn there. A night. At least it was for me.
What's so bad about that?
Nothing. If you're no longer there.
The conference centers are filled with people who get angry at you if you do something.
Did you do something wrong?
Sooner or later,
How old are
everyone
you?
does. I'm
What do you
28.
miss? What is your specialization?
Something stupid.
Want to hear what's stupid? Somewhere in a one-room apartment on Boogie Street, a young man shows Patrol Officer Tilbrook his genital warts, asking if they're cancer.
Okay.
His partner, Emil Mullins, can't be there. He's in another apartment with another man who's showing him a dead dog under the radiator. It's dead, Mullins says. No, the man replies. I touched him. He's warm. He's warm, Mullins replies, because he's under the radiator.
You're a cop?
No, no. More stupid. Oranese literature. It's what I studied at the university.
What is Oranese literature about?
Fear of failure, fear of death, how it sucks to be Oranese. All national literatures are. Only the name of the nation changes.
If that's true, then Revacholian Lit would fit you.
Oranese yet. What do you do with it?
Nothing.
How do you make money then?
I do
Money is very
nothing with
important.
it.
What? Why would I show us some money? No, cool.
It's not very cool.
We
but what
take a
can
look
you
at your
do?
passport, please.
I'm afraid you can't, officer.
Why is that?
Because it's buried in a sealed plastic bag at an undisclosed location on the coast, along with cash and airline tickets.
Thank you for your candor. Why?
They say so in your tourist brochure. Keep travel documents away from your person when west of the river.
How do I know you told us your real name?
If I were to lie to you, I would come up with a more mainstream name than Clausia Mondu. It's
okay,
a weird name. Okie dokie.
If any of this made her nervous,
Thank you. That's
it
up for the
certainly
record.
doesn't show in her expression or her movements.
The record.
Nice room you got
So
here.
official. Yeah, it's pretty deluxe.
No one likes to talk about their dirty laundry and their empty bottles. Maybe if you phrase it emotionally.
What are you doing here in the whirling in rags?
I'm wintering.
How long have you been staying here?
About 4 months.
Why here?
I came in November. Here in the Whirling, here in Martinez, or
Here
here
in
in
the
Revachol?
Whirling.
Because it's the funkiest building in Martinez. And because all the other buildings are bombed to hell. I'm winter.
How long have you...
About 4
We're in
months.
here in Martinez.
Here in the Whirling. I heard this is where the washed up disco has
Too
been.
young to call yourself a disco husband.
I'm really not. I'm
How long?
About
Yeah,
4
sure.
months. Here in the Whirling, I always wanted to see the only city in the world in the worst time of the year. It's a tourist thing.
That window's new.
It is.
The lieutenant makes a note in his notebook. He finds the answer
It's it,
unsatisfying.
but you got sad all over the place.
Yeah. I've contaminated
why
it
you're out
pretty
here?
bad. The contamination spreads from room to room. First, I escaped upstairs. The sad got that too. Then I found the handle
What
to the
exactly is the
summer door.
nature of the contamination?
For me, it's a mix of me with a lack of cleaning services. How about you? Talk around the establishment is you have an industrial sad spill in there.
Somewhere below, military-grade sand is dripping off the walls. You should say the first thing. It's honest. It will lead to introspection.
Something is bad. In my head, in the past.
That's where it always comes from, isn't it? From the head
It's
and from the
feeling.
past.
White and filled with doom, gaseous, invisible, deadly, it's everywhere.
Sounds like an advanced form of what I've got. With a bit of old love sprinkled on top.
Probably, yeah.
Love is terror.
Brother, blast the Ziggy now. Press that pleasure button. Let the pain recede.
I have other questions.
Okay.
Need to talk about your room. Didn't they say you've been through something difficult? I noticed your room is close to mine. I have a personal question.
Yes, you're just one room away.
What do you
Very
mean Sunday night?
personal.
I need to know what I did before I lost my memory.
You do not need to know that. What you need is to ask normal police questions, like...
Get a grip, he thinks. At least do your personal stuff when I'm not here.
I need to talk. They tell us you've been through something difficult.
Something difficult? I've been through at least half a dozen difficult things. Which
Have
one do you
been
mean?
raped?
It's a bit early in the morning for rate.
She sounds positively buoyant, vivacious, totally
not that early.
unbothered. She looks around. The sun has risen over the sea. People are rushing to work below.
It is. It's murderously early. I'm amazed I'm awake.
So were you?
Why am I even awake? Yeah. I'm gonna go with not raped. I don't want to say that shit about him.
By him, she must mean the victim.
Tell them it's not my style. They'll have to, you know, if they want to jazz up the charges, they'll have to get someone more, rapeable.
Are you saying that you were asked to tell us you were assaulted?
Not explicitly, but I understood what they meant. It wouldn't hurt to spice things up a bit. Some assault and battery. Sexual assault, maybe. It was clear the latter would be spicier.
You to spice things up for us.
Pretty much.
Warming them. She must be very cold and exhausted.
What had
of
happened
this
between
life.
you and the victim? You partied.
We partied.
Have I heard that before?
A lot of partying going on.
From Titus. About her and Titus's relationship. That's where you heard it.
I don't get you. What do you mean partied?
We drank, sir. A lot. For weeks, basically. We had that effect on each other. We made each other drink harder. That's why I liked him.
What else?
Stimulants. Speed also has that effect, making you drink harder. And then drinking harder makes you do more speed. It's quite the combination. We also had sex.
Whoa. After so much drinking and drugs, how did they manage it?
Hold on, after so much drinking and drugs, how?
Untraditionally, officer.
She's cold and strange. I'm not picking anything up there. Your imagination starts whirring.
You were lovers.
Whether you want it to or not.
I guess you can say that, yes. A bit. Lovers is such an emotional word. But there was something there. We did enough drugs for there to be.
How did you two meet?
Downstairs. At the bar. He was on some sort of assignment. A military man, as you probably know. Had a cool, scary scar.
She appears aloof. But that scar part, the scary, is stressed and drawn out. What's that about? Apprehension? With longing. She misses him.
When was this?
A month ago? Something like
Must
that.
have been hard for you to see him out there.
Oh, yes. I've had a great view. From the roof, out of the bathroom window, in my dreams.
A bitter cringe. It hurts. You look to the lieutenant. He takes a small step closer.
You called us, the RCM.
Oh, reporting the
Yes.
thing. That was you?
I made it. And I would appreciate it if you didn't tell everyone. In Martinez, they call it snitching.
Reporting crimes is confidential. in
Well,
Rebecca
go
Shop,
on.
miss.
If it's snitching, then why do it?
Because I couldn't handle it anymore. None of these people called. He just kept hanging there. Then they started stripping him.
Tearing off his armor. Demeaning him. Throwing rocks
I
at
thought
him.
his voice was disguised.
I didn't exactly disguise it. I just muffled the mic
did
and
how?
nicked the landline a little. With nail clippers. and I diverted some radio fuzz into it, into the cold wire.
Which landline?
The one downstairs, officer. I used the whirling landline.
That's some clever tampering. Simple and clever.
Seems like you had
Crossing
some
the
idea.
lines
That was
like
nifty. Why go through all the
Thanks.
trouble?
I don't know, sir. It was stupid. I was drunk, too. I was probably afraid the union was listening in. Locals say they have ears in the wires.
Thank you for making the call, miss. It was the right thing to do.
I didn't want to, sir. But if I hadn't,
You can tell me
you'd still
about
be hanging
name,
there.
eyes, age.
I'm sorry, I can't do it. Not right now. Later, maybe. I keep seeing him. Like he is now. I can't talk about his... I don't know. Hair.
I know it's difficult, miss. We can return to it later.
She meant she sees
I've
him
also seen
in
him
her
in a dream.
dreams.
You have? Not like I do, I imagine.
She sees them in each other's arms.
You're in each other's arms.
Yes. And then he's dead.
Oh, I
His
see
mouth
what you mean.
agape.
She dips the cigarette in the lighter's flame and inhales, then looks at you with her lungs full of smoke.
I can see the similarity, yes.
Funny.
Funny how?
Nothing. I also saw him. We had a long inspection and that sort of thing sticks with you. Let's
What
move.
did they hang him for if not rape?
He had something to do with the strike. One has been roiling since I got here. Rotten timing. But you probably know all about it.
And his role in this strike was what?
I think he was in a security detail. He was ex-military, worked for Wild Pines, and against the Union. We didn't discuss work much, if you know what I mean. But I understood it was dangerous.
And they lynched him for it?
Why was there a bullet in his head?
Bullet? They shot him too? They stripped his clothes and they shot him?
You mean after they hanged him?
I'm confused, sorry.
So am I. Were you aware that he had also been shot, miss?
Things are starting to go a little over my head here. I thought he was hanged. I was not present when they did it. I don't know what happened. I just know what they told me. And Sylvie, the bartender.
It's hard to know what to think about that answer. She's just tired.
How do
Don't
the Hardy
push her
Boys know you?
They're frequent guests downstairs. They have a booth for union members.
How did you meet?
They're probably down there now. Over drinks.
Did you party?
It's been a long, boring winter. A little, yeah.
Like you partied with the deceased?
No, not as hard.
I'm sorry to have to ask this, but have you had a physical relationship with any of the
Which
Hardy
one?
Boys?
I have. Which ones, sir? I don't remember precisely. Titus, obviously. But as I
Oh.
said, it's been a long winter.
Could that have been part of the reason they hanged him?
That'd be why they lynched him? Jealousy?
I hope not. Actually, I know that's not the reason. I'm careful about that kind of thing. Not crossing the wires, you know? But
What do you
that's
mean?
probably where they got the rape idea. Men like that? I don't know. It's the way their imaginations work. I suspect it's what
Oh,
they'd like
man.
to do to me.
She changes balance from one foot to
Are
another,
you sure you weren't
crossing her legs.
I'm
You're not
89%
entirely
sure. You know how
Joy.
it is.
Do you?
Maybe you don't. In conclusion, officer, I'm gonna go with a mild to medium not raped here.
Okay then. I don't know what to say about this.
I'm sorry, miss, but we need a definite statement.
Let me make this 100% clear then, officers. I was not sexually assaulted. Would I be this flippant if I had?
You get the feeling she's done enough opiates and needed enough nacra To
Thank you
still
for
be
telling us
flippant
all this,
if her
man.
arm were cut off and fed to her. She breathes a silvery sigh of relief and weariness. The air on the roof feels humid.
That's
Should
something
we head
else
by
before we
downstairs,
get our
officer?
little thing.
We may have things to discuss there.
She nods. Silvery cigarette fumes disappear into
Delicious.
her mouth. Soft, light brown eyes look back at you, directly into the space behind your eye sockets. You see the smoke rise from between her painted red lips. She's beautiful. I have bad news for you. You know these
What?
guys? Who? Me? Yes, you. He's talking about you. You groveling
What?
sycophant. You too. Me? Get out of here. I'm solid. These guys are compromised. She's got them singing along to her tune. The little bleeps and bloops you trust for info.
Oh my
You can't
god.
trust them anymore. Believe
Which
it.
ones exactly are affected?
There's no way of knowing. At the moment, I'm afraid it's best to assume. All of them. Bullshit, man.
Oh my
I ain't
gosh.
compromised.
This is hilarious. It's meta.
Especially.
That's hilarious. Our voices
that
are
guy's
fighting
the
now.
most compromised one in here. No fucking way, man. I just want a drag of that sweet menthol ziggy. Really? Quick. Tell me what's under her jumpsuit. Glory. Truth. Softness. Protect her. She wants you. I take it back. He's got it pretty bad. But this next guy's on another level entirely. She likes you. The crown head is a boring condom. He's jealous. This is
Oh.
human nature.
How did this happen?
How it
What can I
always
do?
does. Through subtlety. There's nothing you can do about it. You are how you are, and she is how she is.
Can you turn them normal
Things
again?
will go as they do.
What use is this then?
No. It's better to know you're being played than to be played without knowing it.
Does this
Is it
mean she's
not?
been lying to me?
I think it's safe to assume, yes. Mr. Thespian here hasn't been speaking up. If he were, I suspect there would be peons to her truthfulness. Like this. No, he's not going to show up. I'm sorry. Your lie detection isn't working. It's not her doing. He's just totally inept. It looks like you're also an idiot.
Yeah, we are
But
kind of an idiot.
that's not
Huh?
her fault.
We should have been putting more stats into like our intellect, but we're stupid.
No, not an idiot. You're just more of a sensitive type.
That is true.
Things
We
with
are a
his
sensitive
heart.
type.
This woman's pain draws
What's our
you.
plan?
You can't draw a sound conclusion. The one he usually does says, she may want to control the information rollout, not to become a suspect. She may have a past she's escaping, unrelated to this case. You doubt it's something truly insidious. See? It's oddly
I
moderate.
haven't talked to myself long
compromised.
enough. Let's get back to it.
Don't worry. It's only been 4 or 5 seconds. You've got
Miss, are you manipulating me?
The silence broken. She exhales a little cloud of smoke and says,
Okay.
God, no.
Let's talk about this so-called assault.
Not my favorite topic.
We need to talk to you
But
about
okay.
you.
How about we...
Yeah.
Yeah?
Let's return to this later. Miss.
Alright. Why not? I'll be here until 11 p.m. drinking coffee, most
Alright.
likely.
Auto save.
just as you look at the flowers, a gust of wind raises them from the roof, picking them up in
Let's
the
do
air.
it.
You catch a single white flower between your fingers. The rest fly off into the wind. It's a Maybell. The young woman looks at the Maybell in your hand. Just a glance, then takes a drag of her cigarette. The lieutenant gives you an acknowledging little nod.
A little flower.
6 crumbling petals rest
What
on
is
your
this
palm. They're white, a bell-shaped crown.
This is the Insulindian lily, called Maybells or Lucille's tears during the Revolution. Girls used to pin these on soldiers before sending them off to battle. The revolutionaries, so the communers and the anarchists. White's their color, but the custom started in the suzerain's army, so it had meaning for the king. It's about girls and boys more than sight. Girls sending off boys who are going to their deaths, then also dying themselves in
This
the
flower
woods from
blossom
dysentery
early
and
spring.
consumption. It's a symbol of the Civil War. Yes, but not this early, not
These
to my
ones that
knowledge.
it's being
It
on
looks
the roof.
dried, preserved.
Very well.
Maybe, maybe not. We'll see.
The petals feel dry and fragile in your hair. Water flows under the channel bridge. Dark water.
Low on your
You
fingers.
rub your sides for warmth, but there is none. Inland, above the Martinez distributary, the channel that brought wastewater from the silk mills of Jamrock, and then dead bodies during the war. The wrinkled fingers of an old man crush flower petals, then sprinkle them in the stream like white salt.
Looks like we have more to discuss with those so-called...
I think this will make
hardy
them
boys.
cooperate.
Half their reasoning just went out the window. Nothing will make them respect the RCM, but it will disrupt the game they prepared for us. We just stripped off one layer of whatever it is. Her decision
Why
to
did
not
she just tell
corroborate
us all
their
that?
story was definitely not part of the plan. What else could she have done? Lie?
Not
She
sure
saw
she
there
had
was
to
no way
lie,
to
other
lie
than
and get
that.
away with it.
I have reason to doubt my ability to see through her lies.
If not you, then me. It was a
Seems
smart
candid.
move from her.
Something is off here.
You think so? She seemed forthcoming. Unusually so. Being forthcoming about some things is a good way to obscure other things. The best liars are always forthcoming. Anyway, we should move. I suspect our investigation will bring us back here soon. Yes?
Alright, let's go in here. What is this place?
You clearly see footprints in the downy carpet of dust covering the workshop floor.
Jackpot. These, unlike
Someone's
everything
been
else
here.
here, are new.
Within the last week or so.
3 weeks maximum from the dust coverage. It could easily have been 1 week too. You know, officer.
This is good. He likes it. There's a little smile there, in the dark of the workshop.
This isn't bad at all. It was a good idea to see where that door leads. Commendable
what does this
work
mean?
bringing us to this place. It means someone snuck through what seems like a secret route, behind our rape victim's room, in the recent
Let's have a
weeks.
closer look then.
This may prove to be significant.
Large prints, most likely made by Boots. The size is hard to
This
determine.
print doesn't look like
Sole
the
could be
odd
bigger than
sold
Vamp.
print we found
The
on
soles
Painkiller.
have left a pattern, uniform, horizontal lines.
The size looks about the same, actually. They're not the same shoe.
Doesn't
but
look like
they
a worker's
could be
boots
the
with
same
hanging, does
person.
it?
No, these little horizontal lines are different. They look custom made to me, or some kind of foreign print. Hard to say. Still a boot.
Everything around you is quiet.
Let's move on.
The prints crisscross the workshop. You clearly see
Jackpot. These, unlike every...
pinball maker. Huh? Money.
Yes?
Fascinating. Pinball.
Over there, in the corner. Not just any pinball machine. This is the pinnacle of pinball. Cornelius
see what I'm
Gordy
seeing.
and the Mountain Goats. It's lit.
The pinball
Yeah,
machine.
you played it.
Gordy's Goats. A classic. A little.
Feels like a lot.
Let's
Too
take a look
much to
closer
play
look.
it again.
Ah, great.
Cornelius Gordy and the Mountain Goats reads the golden lettering on top of the back box. There's a small column of text underneath. The machine is coin operated. Get the game on, Fingerboy. Those flippers are ready. Above the painting of a mustached man climbing a hill, a column reads, inspired by the legend of Cornelius Gordy, taken on the world's tallest peak, Corpus Muindi. The Mesk legend holds that when the nation is in danger, heroic Gordy shall return and save his people. The theme of the game is to explore Gordy's climb through the perspective of goats and to ascend to the top of the mountain in a time of trouble. The peak of the mountain is at the top of the playfield. All the balls have small goat icons on them and represent the goats as they race up and down the mountain. Areas around the playfield represent Gordy's climb, places he was said to have camped, which the goats
Lots
can
of all the
discover.
goats.
Get them to the summit. Indeed, think of them as balls. It takes a while to get into a rhythm, but pretty soon you're able to keep 3 goat-faced balls in play with relative ease. Go, go, Fingerboy.
I feel sorry for the goats.
What
If they
kind of
only
guy was he
knew
then?
The kind of guy old Cornelius really was. The kind of a guy who uses the word savage
Racist
a
not
lot
there.
when recounting his travels. A masked nationalist. An avid huntsman too. He was often photographed in his dining hall,
That is not
surrounded by
cool.
well-mounted hunting trophies from every
Dude.
continent. He also hit his wife and kids. Other people's kids too. Sometimes pets. Hate.
Pretty good at this.
But you seem to be having fun.
Your game is definitely improving. The jolly goats are flying all over the board, and although a few plummet to their deaths, you're never left with less than 3. Natural selection. Suddenly, a special passage leading to the summit slides open at the top of the board. This is where the balls need to go. Maneuvering a goat ball into a position for a perfect hit isn't easy. More fall to their deaths. But finally, the opportunity presents itself. One of them gets through. The words "Pale Rupture" light up on the speaker panel, and the machine starts filling with a thick, milky fog. Something's happening.
Congratulations. This is where the game ends. It's a cheap way of getting more money out of the players. A stupid, nihilistic finale.
There's so much fog, you can barely see anything. Some is actually leaking out of the machine, and one by one, your goats start slipping, disappearing into the milky nothingness. Lucky goats. The fog looks soft, and this can be navigated. The balls leave almost imperceptible disruptions in the fog. Use them to calculate where they hit next. Hit the pads as fast as you can. Maximum attack. Not even a bullet can get through. You're down to your last goat, going mostly by sound. Eyes are useless at this point, but that goat is something special. 5 times you snatch him back from the jaws of death.
I am. I've seen it before. Played it too. You will eventually make a mistake and then it's all over.
Reaction speed. Oh dear. I'll level it up. We failed.
Now, if you can't even see it, the last goat plummets into the fog with almost suicidal glee. It killed itself to spite you. There goes nothing, finger boy. Mazovian socio-economics. 0.000% of communism has been built. Evil child-murdering billionaires still rule the world with a shit-eating grin. All he has managed to do is make himself sad. He is starting to suspect Krasmezov fucked him over personally with his socio-economic theory. It has, however, made him into a very smart boy with something like a university degree in...
Interesting.
You see a heavy steel door with
this door is connected to the one upstairs, so how do we get through?
It's painted blue.
There must be a key somewhere. Probably somewhere in the whirly. It's not too important. We can...
The door, a challenge. You're right. The door looks positively immutable. You could never get it open using force. This small elevator is dimly lit. Smells of nougat and sweat. Your head brushes up against the ceiling. There is a control. There are large rectangular buttons. Monter, descend, and an international call for emergency assistance. That third one appears to be broken.
Seems so, although it's pretty quaint for a freight
Close the door and
elevator.
let's go up.
So this is where they brought 40 pinball machines to fix them up. The lieutenant looks around the dusty, crowded
Looks like they gave up on fixing the
inspecting
pinball
the
machines at some
tools
point.
on the shelf.
At some point, 20 years ago,
This
15
used to be
maybe,
a pinball workshop.
before pinball went out of vogue. Looks like it. I'm guessing Martinez North 22 used to be a pinball arcade before it became a hostel. There are machines left over. Downstairs in the hall, next to the main door. One of them even works. I've seen one of the artists bang away at it.
Remember the dice maker?
Rolling in
That
Rags was the
means-
one East Delta pinball machine. This is all the left over from it.
Ah, yes, as the novelty dice makers said. This has absolutely nothing to do with the case, I'm sure. But I do like a nice little connection.
But then it went bankrupt.
So this mean the Whirling in
Your
Rags
skin
really
crawls
is
from
part of the
making the
Doom
connection.
commercial area.
If that's true, then our cafeteria manager is not going to like it. We should tell him what we found up here, omitting that suspicion. He does not appear to be the kind of man who likes his establishment to be part of a neighborhood ghost story about bankruptcy.
It's not a ghost story. It's a curse, and God ought to be made knowledgeable so he could
Alright, this is a good spot to pause though. I think I'm gonna go. Gotta go to sleep. I'll see y'all later after I save. Next time, people. Bye.